Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today I'm about to talk about the NBA MVP race. Before I get into it, I just want to say, um, I recently, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I recently got cable back, like almost 2 weeks ago. So, and I haven't had cable for about like a month, like really almost like a month and a half. um, without cable, so I missed a chunk of the season. Um, but I like the history, the precedent of the MVP award, and people tend to act like they don't know the criteria of the MVP. There's only been a few exceptions for the MVP. That was Westbrook in 2017. He had a historical season. It was the first time he averaged a triple double, and it was a 30-point triple double. It hadn't been done since Oscar Robertson, so I understand why they gave it to him. And then and Jordan in 1988, he averaged like 35 points a game. I think he had over 100 blocks that season. He won Defensive Player of the Year. He was just phenomenal. He shot. I'm actually I'm a fact check that, but Jordan, I know he most likely he shot 50% from the field because he was proficient. So he just had an incredible season that year. But I think the Bulls, they were like a fourth seed at that time. But I'm a fact check it. But other than that, other than a few exceptions, you maybe say Steve Nash in 2006. Um, but other than a couple of exceptions, the MVP has always been about the best player on the best team, or at the very least, you have to be the second best record in the NBA, or the second seeding in your conference. Last year when Jokic won it, the Nuggets were the third seed, and I think he deserved it last year. But I mean, right now they're fighting for that. I think that fourth seed right now. I don't. Jokic is. I love Jokic. I like as a basketball player. Jokic is one of my favorite players in the NBA right now, and it's him, Giannis, and Luka. And I throw in Trae Young as well. And then there's players that I'm neutral about, like Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. Um, yeah, so I don't mind those players if they were to win a championship, but my favorite players is Jokic, Giannis, and Luka and Trae Young. Those are my favorite players right now. Um, but so it's nothing against Jokic, but I just don't understand people making it seem like he's the only option. It's like people are just hating on Giannis. Like people always hate on Giannis. I think Giannis, if the Bucks, if they end up getting that number one seed or that second seed, Giannis deserves some serious consideration. I know that people talking about Embiid as well. I understand that as well. He's in the conversation. Don't get me wrong as well, but I think Giannis should be. I think it should be between Giannis and Embiid personally. It's just my own personal opinion because they're fighting for that second or third seed. Jokic, I don't know if he's gonna be able to catch that top three seed. Now, if he was in that, now if the Nuggets was having a phenomenal season record wise, then yeah, of course. I know that Jamal Murray hasn't been playing this whole year, um, but for the most part, again, I got to fact check because I haven't been paying attention as much, but I got to look and see because I haven't been able to watch the games and I haven't been paying attention. But I don't know if Jamal Murray's back or not. But I'm gonna look it up to see. But I'm a fact check. I'm a fact check right now, actually. Yeah, he didn't play this season. Um, but yeah, and I know that Jokic is playing phenomenal. But I like history, man. I like precedent, and I I think Giannis is the MVP. Um, I think it's between him and Embiid, personally. And then honorable mention to Jokic, Steph Curry. Even though Curry has fallen off a lot, from the MVP. And I was rooting for him to get it this year early on, but now the Warriors are fighting for that third seed now. They're battling it out with the Grizzlies. So, and it's a good game. Hopefully, be a good game today. The Warriors and the Nuggets will be playing today. Um, but I haven't been able to see the full season like that. But from afar, I would catch highlights and stuff like that of important games, certain games at times. So I get to, if I'm interested in it, I check it out online. But obviously, lately, I've been able, since I have cable again, I've been able to watch some of these games. There've been some good games. The Bucks have been playing good. I've been following the Bucks because I want to see them successful. Um, I'm a Laker fan, but Lakers are done. They're done. That's an understatement. They're done. But the Bucks is one of my favorite teams because of Giannis. I wouldn't mind seeing him win another one. I wouldn't mind seeing uh, who else? Like I'm talking about a team that can really win it. To me, I think Miami can win it this year. I think the Sixers can win it this year. The Warriors, definitely the Suns. Even though I'm not really a fan of the Suns like that, but they can win it. But the teams that I wouldn't mind winning personally, my favorite players who have a real chance is probably really only one team. That's the Bucks, and that's Giannis. In terms of being my favorite player who can really win it, and I have nothing against Miami. With that team, it's neutral with them. I guess I'm not really like a like a supporter of that team, but I also don't dislike the team. I mean, it's interesting. I like Miami. They're a cool team, but it's neutral. But the Bucks, yeah, that's my favorite team. That's what as of right now for the season. But anyway, back to the MVP. I think it's Giannis. I think Giannis deserved to be the MVP between him and Embiid. And people just want to, they don't want to give Giannis another MVP. I think people might say voter fatigue, but they already gave Jokic the MVP last year. He deserved it. But I mean, I know that Giannis won back to back. I mean, they can give him 3 MVPs. He deserves it. I think between those 3 guys now, if Jokic and the Nuggets are able to get to that third seed, because they're not gonna be able to catch probably the Warriors maybe, but they're able to catch it, then I'm like, all right, he deserves it. I think if he gets a higher seed, then I'm gonna be between those 3, Embiid, Giannis, and Jokic. If one of those guys gets it, I wouldn't have a big problem with it like that. But because I like those guys, mainly Jokic and Giannis. Those are the main guys that I like. Embiid is neutral. I have a neutral, opinion on his style of play. But I know he's a really good player. But but yeah, I think that Giannis is the MVP. I think that Giannis. I mean, it doesn't just because I think he's the best player doesn't always mean you're the MVP. I think Giannis is the best player in the NBA. Just look at his accolades: 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champion, Finals MVP. Like, come on, he's the best player in the NBA. To me, in my opinion, it's easy. It's not really a debate. People just want to hate on him for different reasons. I'm not gonna get into that in this video right now, but Giannis is the best player in the NBA, and I think he's the MVP. At the same time, even though, again, that doesn't really, just because you're the player doesn't mean that you deserve the MVP. But I think he's the best player and he deserves the MVP. But, it depends on how this season ends. If the Nuggets is able to get a higher seed. Listen, again, I love Jokic as a basketball player. He's he's a unique talent. The same with Giannis, the same with Embiid. These are some talented players. But yeah, I think it's Giannis. Giannis is the MVP, in my opinion. I just wanted to make a video about it. Peace out.